So real quick, take a note. This side of my garage is the north. This side of my garage is the south. And I have a grounding rod that's iron with a copper cladding on the outside. And then I put this steel wheel, which I found on a bike, elliptical bike. And I put these neodymium magnets, 1-inch squares, number 52 strong. And the key thing here is this compass here. These magnets are north. Okay. They're all north. And everything else on this iron is south. So all the iron south, and also the cladding is south on both sides. And we're doing this on purpose because what we're doing is aligning the planet Earth between north and south with the center rod here. And then we're going to be turning this wheel with a Bendini coil, which will be attached to Ed's wheel. And on Ed's wheel, the Bendini coil will pulse this coil, and then that would start the heartbeat process that goes on in between the iron. And then we're going to wrap the outside of these, that's positive, negative, positive, negative. We're going to wrap the outside of this wheel, and this wheel won't turn. It'll stay still directly underneath this wheel that will turn at a frequency about the Schumann resonance. It will fluctuate between 8 hertz up to 30 hertz. And we are going to use that to put electromagnetic pulse into Ed's wheel here. And then we're going to work on the center of Ed's wheel, which is where all the neutral area is. And in that sense, we are going to put a coil inside here. It's called a tesseract. It's a 12-pointed coil. So the core of the coil is this that I'm designing. And I took off some Christmas lights on it. And each one of these lines will represent a point that goes from here down to here. So the coils inside here will come up and turn in, and basically we'll start off in the center of this here as a cylindrical turn, cylinder turn, and then I'll do that until it has enough resistance with a tap to that. And then from there it comes out to each point with enough resistance outside. It'll be based on numbers, how much resistance on each one. And then, let me see. So at that point, you are now pulsating the wheel through the means of this strong steel Bendini, going through 2 cores. So each one of these cores will have air core coils that go down into the ground, and they will pulsate each side, and everything that's going on with the radioactive impulse through the iron down here, which these magnets are isolated, will start affecting to the ground in an electrostatic way. We're creating a microwave to the ground through a magnetic or through a mechanical means. Okay? And also, I want to mention, in the midst of this, there's electrostatic. So as this wheel turns, it will be replacing that wheel, which will have a rubber band and another pulley and a metal pulley, and it will be on this side, and it will create electrostatics as it turns, and we'll be introducing electrostatics to the project here. Guys, leave your comments. Oh, and then outside Ed's wheel is going to be a conductor that goes all the way around the wheel, and it's going to have a brake that's in between, probably around here, in between these two poles. And so when the energy runs around it, unlike here, see on Ed's wheel, there's a consistent loop. This ring here is isolated from everything. It has no conductivity at all to the magnets, which have no conductivity to anything here. Isolated, this ring is isolated. Everything else is grounded. Everything, bolts, everything you see, motor block, it's grounded. So that allows me to create a difference of potential in this wheel. And that's where the difference in potential will be in this ring. Then the ring that'll be outside the wheel will be a little designed differently, because it'll have a cut like Tesla did, to where the energy will run to the end, and then it'll turn back on itself to run around again. And that'll be our AC wave that we're creating in a non-moving way. Yes, this is pulsing, but we're turning here in a 90-degree angle off of the magnetic field to create electric field, which is in these coils, because each one of these magnets here do show a strong radiation of electromagnetic force and electromagnetic radiation as well. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Peace. Leave your comments.